Hello everybody and welcome to In the Driver's Seat with dubizzle. I have Nimi Metha from the radio, of course, as well.
Yes, hello. Thank you for having me. I'm amazing.
Thank you for coming down and checking out the facility.
Yes.
What do you think of it?
I am so surprised. First of all, I didn't even know it existed. So it's so nice to see. And, you know, even just walking through, being able to see the cars that you have on such display as well, it just opens my eyes a lot more. As you know, I'm in the process of selling. So even the back end of things that you guys handle, I wasn't even aware. So it's just nice to be here. And I think more and more people need to know about it.
So that's the whole point of us here. We are trying to make it as easy as possible to buy or sell your next car. We do it from A to Z. And of course, we have many things coming up as well that make it even easier. We can talk about that at a later stage. Mm-hmm. Now, before we went live, we were talking about an interesting car story that you had. Now, obviously, it's not from here. It's from where you're from in the UK. And you said it was about bad judgment.
Yeah.
So I myself, I've actually had a case similar to it. I've had a case of bad judgment. I kind of didn't understand where sort of a dip in the road was. So my tires kind of got stuck underneath, and I tried to put on my foot the accelerator to get some traction. Didn't work. I ended up going backwards and actually hitting a car and breaking my rear windshield at the time. But that, I don't think my story matches yours, I have a feeling.
No, I know, and I'm totally going to embarrass myself because I've never actually shared this story in public. But it was, I just got my driver's license in the UK. So I was 17, 18 years old. I had my first car. I was so excited. I like to say I'm a bit of a bad boy racer because I had a little Peugeot. At the time, actually, this one was a VW Golf. And I was driving along, complete misjudgment of a turn. And I went straight into a traffic light. Luckily, I was safe, but the car was a write-off, and then I got grounded by my parents, and I wasn't allowed to have another car for a few months.
How did you misjudge a traffic light, though? With the traffic lights off? Was it late at night?
No, it was late at night.
Okay.
And it was just at the turn to the left.
Right.
And so I thought, oh, easy, I can make that turn.
Yeah.
Last minute, couldn't.
You're just going too fast, were you?
Yeah, I was.
That's the problem. In the UK, our roads are a lot smaller than they are here. Here, we've got these massive highways that actually go through communities. I mean, where I live, it looks like we're expanding the road to about 6 lanes. It's gone from 2 to 6. In the UK, our roads are single carriage in the city. And then if you go outside the city, what is it, the M4? I don't know. I haven't lived in the UK for a long time. I can't remember. One of them is like 3 lanes wide, and that's the biggest motorway we have.
Yeah.
Like, these are not roads.
I know.
These are commuter roads that you use in the community.
I know, and that's why I love driving here so much. You know, there's just so much space for you to just be you and use your driving style, which we have many of in the UAE.
Yeah, and I know, I probably presume that's why you chose this, because this is an iconic car of the country. I don't think you can go 5 minutes without seeing a G-Wagon anywhere you go in any of the 7 Emirates. And, well, it hasn't changed its shape in years. I mean, it did back in, I think it was 2019, they announced the new shape. But this one went on for like 20 years, and it stood the test of time, and it still looks good to this day.
It is beautiful to look at. And I love just seeing it on the roads, even if I'm not the one driving it, which is why I chose to be here in our episode. It's just wonderful. And of course, like you said, you know, it seems like it is the car of the country because of the royal family, and it looks divine. It
does, and it has a nice V8 under the bonnet and a beautiful sound as well. Wish I did a remote starter and started up while we're doing this.
Yeah.
It's great. But the other thing as well is that obviously you have used dubizzle in the past. Now, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
Have you verified your account yet?
No, and I didn't even know that was possible.
So now we've introduced that you can verify your account on dubizzle. So to ensure that you can now buy and sell safer on the platform as a whole, we've introduced a new system that you get a little blue tick so that you know that the person that you're talking to is a verified user. And it's very simple. All you have to do is upload your Emirates ID front and back, and you need to make a short video of yourself to do it. So I highly recommend you do it as soon as you can if you are looking to buy and sell anything on dubizzle. Now, the other question is, you've used dubizzle in the past, correct?
Yes.
So for me, and this happens every episode, I always get put on the spot of, what have I bought on dubizzle? Now, for me, the smallest item I've ever bought is a Volvo C30. I've never bought anything smaller than a car.
What?
Honestly, I've never bought it.
So nothing day-to-day, everyday stuff? Wow.
I've sold one video game as well, and it haunts me every night, and I still wake up sweating because of what I did.
What?
That I sold a video game.
Oh.
I regret selling it.
Well, look, I know so many people use dubizzle for like, I mean, people are moving all the time. Furniture. I know my co-host, he got his recent baby car seat off dubizzle. So it's like, I feel like with the verified user thing, by the way, I wanted to go back to that was because even now I'm in the process of selling. And whenever I get a call or whenever I get a message, you don't even know who is real, who is not, who's there, you know, as a serious buyer or seller. So I think that's really important, especially when people have the location and stuff to show up on. So that it adds like just a sense of credibility, I think.
Yeah, and that's what we've introduced. We want to make sure that you're safe when you're buying and selling online, and the community is safe as well. Nimi, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And we're glad that you've had an awesome time here in the hub. And I know that you are selling your car, so feel free to come down at any point. You're more than welcome to stop by at any time, even if you're not buying a car or selling one. But we are here for you, and of course, our team will help you from A to Z selling your car.
I love that. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for watching this episode, and we'll see you next time.